Good day, everyone. Today's topic is the top things you should consider before selling your farm or your farmland. It's a pretty interesting topic, pretty important topic that most people fail to recognize the importance of. By the time they make their decision, it's too late. I'm Rob Tatro from robtatro.com, head of the Tatro Wealth Advisor Group here at Canaccord Genuity Wealth Management. It brings me great joy to talk about this today. Before we get to the video, take a second and subscribe to our channel. Put out some great content. You're going to be kept in the loop. It's for your benefit, trust me. You're selling your farm. So first things first, let's take a look at the decision of whether or not cash flow wise you should be selling your farm. Clearly you've thought about the implications with respect to multi-generational legacies. Maybe your parents and your grandparents own this farm, and maybe you have no one to sell it to in the family, or maybe you simply need the cash flow. So let's take a look at the cash flow part. So a lot of times when people are selling farmland, they recognize that they can get significantly more cash flow from the proceeds of the farm sale than they can from the actual rental of the land. Land rental in Canada for farmland is at a very, very, very low cap rate. So there's not much cash flow that's being generated by renting farmland in Canada. As a result of that, a lot of farm owners and a lot of farmland owners are moving towards getting out of the farm and selling it to a third party. We're seeing a lot of these large third-party conglomerates that are coming in, sweeping in, and picking up all this farmland. So assuming you've made that decision that you do want to sell the farmland, either for cash flow reasons or simply because there is no buyer, or you do want to get rid of it, it's been perhaps a bit of a headache for you, you're selling the land. Let's take a look at the lifetime capital gains exemption. So every farmer has $1 million of lifetime capital gains exemption for their farm. Now, the question of whether or not you qualify for that lifetime capital gains exemption is a very important one and a very difficult one. It's not a clear cut like the small business capital gains exemption. It's a little more difficult to make sure we get to the bottom of it, which is why I would strongly advise you absolutely plan this ahead. You talk to your accountant, you talk to your CFP, you talk to your investment advisor ahead of selling the farm. You don't want to be caught in a situation where you've sold the farm and then you get a huge tax bill because you didn't know. So let's take a look at some of the factors that may impact whether or not you're getting a lifetime capital gains exemption. The first one is how long have you farmed it? Was it multi-generational? Did someone else in the family farm it? Have you been renting it out? Has someone in the family been renting it out? What is the share structure of the farm? Who are the owners of the farm? How many of those owners have been farming or were involved in a farming operation? All of these factors will depend so basically the longer you've been farming it and the longer you've personally been doing it, the more likely you are to qualify for the lifetime capital gains exemption. And there are some rules that will permit you to qualify for it even if you weren't farming it specifically. And whether or not your spouse qualifies, again, will depend on some of the rules and how many years they farmed or if they were ever involved in the business as well. So you've decided to sell the farm, you're selling the farm, you've got this money. Now the question is, what do you do with this cash flow? So likely you're selling the farm because you want to get some cash flow, you got the cash. Now what? How did you structure that sale? Was it a sale of actual land, not in a corp? Was it in a corporation? That part, the actual sale of the land, needs to be planned. Once it's planned, you should absolutely consider a financial plan which will dictate your cash flow in your retirement years. How much are you drawing? Where are you drawing it from? And what should you do with your actual after-tax dollars? Because now you have after-tax dollars. So your income is likely going to be in the form of a taxable income. So you've sold your farm, you have a chunk of money, you invest this chunk of money through a guy like me or an investment firm like us, and now you're getting monthly cash flow. Now this monthly cash flow is coming from your investments. It's likely taxable, so you do need some tax planning, and I think you definitely need some financial planning. So when you're looking at all that, we've seen it so many times, 92% of farmers do not even have a financial plan. It's something that we strongly advise you do. Take a look at it. So from the start, you're going to decide whether or not you want to sell it. You're going to take a look to see whether or not you qualify for the capital gains exemption. You're going to involve your experts, your accountants. You're going to involve your financial planner. You're going to involve your investment advisor to make sure you're optimizing the sale. Once the business is sold, you're going to get a financial plan done for the sale and the cash flow, and you're going to have a plan done for all the years in your retirement. So that's the plan. Give me a like. Give me a share, and let me know your comments. If you agree or disagree, or you have a further comment, if you are a farmer and you've done it a certain way or have anything to add, we'd love to hear from you. I'm Rob Tatro from robtatro.com. Thanks for tuning in.